Welcome to Arresting Normality. My name is Aaron.
No, we didn't clap.
It's okay, we can clap now. Joined as always with Travis from Howie Games and Cody from Stealing Life. How are you? How is life?
Oh, I clipped that. I clipped that so hard.
Yeah, you did.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, I'm
Aaron's
clipping everywhere.
Fucking pants are on fire. He's got
Okay,
somewhere
I'm
to
not
go.
clipping.
So much pant fire. You have ideas, no?
What? Are you okay?
Stroke adjacent. Hey, well, everyone, we're gonna thank sponsor.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, sponsor.
Yeah. What? Wow.
Aha!
don't-
Perfect. Okay.
Travis doesn't have one because he sucks.
Sponsor. Aha, sponsor.
Sponsored.
Ah.
Oh, that's a good sound.
That is a good sound.
That's a good sound right there. That's how you know you're ready to fucking go.
So, I don't know if this would be at all interesting, but I did watch a video last night
It's
about
always a good
advertisements.
place to start.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know if this is gonna be good.
yeah, it probably won't be, but you know. There was a video that I watched last night by Tom Scott, if anybody knows who he is. He's a very entertaining guy who's like an educational channel and whatnot.
I thought you were gonna say he's a
He's a
vegetarian.
educational channel.
Vegetational channel?
Yeah, that's what
You
I
could
heard.
look at him and he
vegetational.
looks like a vegetarian, but I don't know. It just depends on what you think a vegetarian should look like. Anyway,
Blue.
blue? No, he's red for sure. But and I don't mean a commie. Commie.
Fucking commies.
Fucking commies. So he was talking about advertisements and how YouTube has like this weird standard for what like when you have to like declare that you're advertised, you know, like, hey, like this is an advertisement.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, and then that standard doesn't hold up for any other media in the entire world. You know,
I always wondered about that.
right? Because it was, you know, you watch like fucking James Bond or something like that, and they're very obviously advertised by like their watches and
Sets
shit.
a Coke down and turns the label to the camera.
Yeah. Like,
Shit
they have,
like
like
that.
whiskey, and I was like, pff, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I only drink this brand of whiskey.
The close up of the emblem on the car for like a solid 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, and they're like bumping music the whole time, it's like, doosh, 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 getting closer to it. And you know they don't have to make any kind of like declaration of sponsorship.
It'd be
there.
funny if they did though. James Bond just has to tell you
It's like the whole movie pauses. By the way,
this movie's sponsored by Lexus.
this section of the movie is sponsored by Lexus. Like a
I would
total
love that.
fourth wall breaking moment.
That'd be amazing.
Be hilarious. But yeah, no movie does that, and they don't have to do it like afterward. I just spilled a little bit of drink on me.
Drank.
Drank.
Drank. I don't spill my drink.
I spilled my drink.
I spilled my drank on me. But
Oh God,
you don't have to fucking say that kind of thing except for on YouTube.
it's weird.
And it is it's very weird. And I don't think they're like in any movie in any part of the world you have to do that. And I guess the question kind of becomes like, I mean, there's an obvious section where you have to realize like, oh yeah, well, I mean, like, would you want to know when something is being clearly like someone got paid to tell you something? Because like, wait, is this an advertisement or is this an honest review of something? And where when he was talking about it, it was one of those things like you want to know because this is like supposedly like a real person that you see on YouTube, right? Kind of.
Who thinks that?
I mean, it's supposed to be like, this is your friend, you know, like that's the allure of YouTube, right? It's smaller
I guess.
communities.
But who the fuck doesn't think that they're putting on a show?
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, there's people out there that do feel like, this person is, you know, clearly just a person, you know, and without that sponsorship, you know, you assume that they'd be unbiased, right?
Those are the same people that think Undertaker's really a dead guy.
I mean, yeah, perhaps.
I mean,
He's not.
Aaron, he's a dead guy.
yeah.
Sorry.
Dude, no.
He's super dead.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Except for that little bit when he was a biker for some reason.
The American Badass. It was
Bad times.
That was not good. But like, what do you think? Do you think that that we should be told in movies when something is a sponsorship?
I think it'd be funny.
It would be funny, but I mean, like, if you had to, like, clearly, like, there's something that should be kind of said, though. Like, if someone takes money for something and they're like, hey, you know, like, oh, by the way, I like this.
Do they not put anything like that in, like, the end credits or anything?
Mm-mm.
No?
Nope. And if they do, they don't have to.
I don't care.
They don't have to label sponsors anywhere, like at all.
Nope. It's good enough for the sponsor just to be like, hey, that ad looks good for me. Go for it. You know? Like, and speaking of, because that was one of the examples he gave, was the watch sponsorship in James Bond. But all it was just it was James Bond and some chick, I don't remember her name, and she's like, oh, beautiful watch, and she's like, Rolex, and he goes, Omega, and that was it. That was the whole thing. And she was like, stunning. And it's like, how much? It's like luxury watch companies are fucking loaded. Shit. You know, how much did they pay just for him to say that? And then how many, you know, rich ass white dudes or whatever.
No, yeah.
Dude, they probably had to pay a fuck ton to say their name.
Oh, yes. Where did that come from?
I don't know, but yeah.
Wink.
What?
Nothing. He's taking care of it real quick.
Well,
I think.
Uh-oh.
He thought he was. He's not at the moment. Oh, clap again? Oh, God damn it. Clap for me.
Sorry.
Oh, do I need to clap again?
Yeah.
Or wait, no, I don't.
No, just us.
Yeah. Okay. He got it.
Yep. So, because I mean, there's going to be some situations where like that's clearly wrong. Like if you see that, especially on YouTube, and I can see where it comes from, because if you want an actual like unbiased review, and you're like, hey, I'm going to go buy a product. Let's say for me, it's like a camera or something like that, and this person was paid by this company to do this review. Like, here, I'm going to send you this camera. I'll give you $1,000 and review this. You're going to be biased to be like, yeah, this company's pretty cool. This camera's decent.
They gave me money.
Yeah, it's like, clearly that's going to be a biased review. But then if they didn't give them money, and I've seen this before where, like, okay, I'm not going to, pay for this promotion and all, but I'm going to fly you to an island and give you, a day with the camera, and then give you a 4-night hotel room, in there, and be able to hang out. So you get a day with the camera, and then 3 days on the beach,
right near the beach.
Like again, clearly you're going to be biased towards that situation, and going to probably be giving them a better review than you would have otherwise. But I mean, you didn't get paid technically. You got just an all expenses paid.
I do think that's different than a movie, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm not watching James Bond to get his review on watches. I'm watching James Bond to see him shoot people.
Right.
So I don't think it...
Have you guys ever been swayed by an advertisement like that, though?
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot for advertising. Like, you advertise it in a way that I like, and I want it. I don't care what it is.
Right.
I almost bought baby wipes because it had fucking Kofi Kingston on it. So
that's something.
And I don't have a baby, so don't really need the baby wipes.
Right.
But
did you really almost buy a baby wipe just for Kobe Kingston?
I thought about it. I think about it every time we go to Walmart because they're there still.
Still have them Kofi wipes.
Yeah. I'm a mark for advertising, but I don't know what the fuck I was saying before that
I'm upset.
happened.
Are we just... He sounds like he's about to switch gears.
No, I want to keep talking about this, so don't switch gears yet.
Hold on.
If you were going to switch
Something's
gears.
happening.
Okay, do we need to hold on for a second?
Yeah.
Can me and Cody carry the conversation for a little bit while you do whatever you're doing?
My camera's fucking...
Oh.
So, is that a no?
Because Dalton just posted something and I wanted to read it.
Yeah. And I was going to say a thing.
Updates?
I'm going to forget.
Updates, please.
I think I'm done.
Updates, please. Please, updates.
Huh? What?
Can we continue?
What are we talking? What?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
He bent over and he's out of breath.
Okay.
Cody, you do your thing first and we'll talk about Dalton's comment.
Where was I going?
I don't know, dude. You hadn't started yet.
Shit. Travis, fuck you. I know I said something about James Bond and shooting people.
No, didn't say anything about that yet.
I did say shooting people. I watch him to shoot people. I don't watch him to buy watches.
Oh, fair enough. That was
okay. I was going to say, I do think if you're going to label it as a review on YouTube and you got paid to review the thing, you should probably tell us.
Right.
Because then that is swaying it. But if you're like just putting Omega watches or whatever in a fucking James Bond movie, I don't really care if they say it or not.
Right.
Because they're going to have a lot of things in there that, you know, it might convince you to buy it because, it looked cool on fucking Daniel Craig's stupid wrist.
But if they got
like
paid
Coke
to put it in there so you'd see it and they know the movie's going to get seen by a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's not a review. It's a movie.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I don't know, because I never noticed his watch.
Right, but you don't care about watches, which is fine.
But
so if we
don't own a Lexus either. I don't know if he drives a Lexus. I don't think he does.
I don't think so
I just
either.
keep saying Lexus for some reason.
The Mercedes-Benz.
I don't know why Lexus is what comes to my brain as a fancy car.
What's a nice car? Lexus?
A Lexus.
But I mean, like, let's put it in the difference. If we were watching like a comedy or something like that, and people had like, there was a I don't know, some fucking toy or something that you'd seen before.
It's not going to make me want it just because it was in a comedy movie or something.
Well, I mean, like, that could affect many people in different ways.
Unless
You
it's a
might
Turbo
not give a
Man.
shit, but there's
really
people out there who do care, and it brings that thing to your consciousness, and it will absolutely sell toys. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think they should have to tell me. What are we going to watch a fucking 15-minute thing before the movie starts of these are all the things that paid us to be in this movie?
No, just like where,
especially a movie like 007, they have so many sponsorships.
Whenever it has like the rating system, just like where it's like, hey, this movie is rated fucking PG-13 or
underneath
whatever.
it, McDonald's.
Yeah, it's like, and this movie is sponsored by all of these ads and
Lexus.
whatnot.
So does it have to
Aston
say
Martin.
like specifically
Yeah.
all of them, or does it have to say that
Aston?
there's paid advertisement?
Aston.
Sorry, I was going over it in my brain.
No.
Okay, all it has to do is like you have to declare on, or if we're talking about YouTube here, you have to declare, you have to check the little box when you upload the video that this has paid promotion, and you have to declare it's like, hey, this is a paid advertisement or paid. This video
Promotion.
has been sponsored by.
I know a lot of them just say like paid promotion or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's different though. I really do, because it's a straight up ad where the movie is the movie with an ad kind of snuck in there.
Yeah.
But like if you're watching fucking Jacksepticeye, like I've watched him review like what's that thing called? Google
Goop?
Is it Google?
No,
Stadia?
it's the Stadia.
Yeah.
The Stadia thing. I watched him do that, and it was obviously a completely biased review.
Yeah.
And he, said that he was paid to fucking review it or whatever. Like, but that was a straight up advertisement just pushing a product where the movie isn't, it's like mentioning it, but it's not what if the whole movie was about his watch, then they should tell me. Like if the whole movie was he got his watch stolen and then he's trying to get this Omega watch back.
Right.
Then tell me that they paid you to do that.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just like a girl's like, oh, it's stunning. Yeah, it's Omega. Okay, move on. Shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you feel a different way about it.
Yeah. I kind of do think like, hey, well, I mean, people are getting paid for something. Maybe we should actually have some sort of regulation for that. Because there's always going to be like, that's a very inconspicuous example for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But there's going to be things where like, hey, that actually might make somewhat of a difference. I can't think of a situation, but everything can be fucking misconstrued in a direction that gets pretty out there sometimes.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single time.
I feel like Travis has an amazing opinion on this.
Oh, I'm sure that he has no opinion on it whatsoever.
Yeah, actually, not really.
Change it to Yu-Gi-Oh!
But
Really?
Dalton in the chat says, I watch a tech YouTuber anytime they may have
It's They have is what he's going for, I think.
They have a sponsor piece. They do a showcase that is disclaimed by a sponsor, disclaimered as sponsored.
Disclaimered?
Disclaimered. Yep,
that's what he wrote. That's what it
disclaimed as a sponsored video. They usually won't do an honest review if that's the case. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally true. And there's some YouTubers out there that will do the review and just fucking do it, because they can and get the money. Or there's some YouTubers out there that just they won't take the money, But some people get paid a lot.
Yeah.
Like anyone who does Raid Shadow Legends, anyone who's still doing Raid Shadow Legends, my God, they get a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Which makes
shit.
you wonder where these little companies like Raid Shadow Legends get that much money.
Obviously, fucking kids getting...
I don't worry about it. I don't wonder about it at all.
It's kids getting their parents' credit cards and spending ass loads of money.
Or adults that have issues.
Yep.
Or adults that have issues.
No, that's true. I mean, how much money did you spend on Pokemon Go, Travis?
Probably only like $30.
No, what was the one that he spent a lot of money on? Clash or something
Clash
like that?
Clans. I spent way too much money on that. I spent $20 on that. Like for me, that's a lot of money. That's no.
I feel like you spent more than that.
I feel like it was more than that, especially between you and Corey. And I know that you two are going at it.
Corey, did Corey play Clash of Clans?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Well, anyway.
And I don't know if we said it, but yeah, Aston Martin is the car, not a fucking Lexus. I don't know why Lexus is what came to mind.
Right.
But
bro,
I feel really stupid about that. Because, yeah, Aston Martin is the fancy car. And I will never own one of those.
Me neither. I don't even like Aston Martins that much.
They're only cool if James Bond is shooting people with guns that come out the front of it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to see a James Bond movie now. You put that in my brain. I just want to see more 007.
Well, I don't think I've seen the newest one. And then there's another new one coming out. And I'm excited. It's good stuff.
How many new really 007s are there? Holy shit.
There's so many 007s.
All of them.
Daniel Craig's been in like, what, 4 now?
Isn't he like supposed to be
the one that just came out?
Retiring now or something?
No, he just got signed on for 3 more movies.
He was supposed to be, but yeah, he signed back on.
They gave him all the money.
Which is hilarious because he said, I never want to do this ever again. And then signed a gigantic contract to do, what, 3 more?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why, camera?
Dalton in the comments says, I think it comes down to people using YouTube videos as reviews and information on products to purchase. Movies are used to bring a product to your attention, not necessarily as a purchasing guide.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, basically. I could totally understand that too. But I mean, lots of people are going to be purchasing something off of something that they get inspired by a movie that they like.
That's on them.
That is on them.
Because they're not pushing it down your throat. They're just showing it.
Right, but you're going to be going out and seeking these guides on your own. That's still on you.
Yes, but they're trying to get you to buy that. Whereas like this thing, and it's not going to change either way if they tell you they were paid by Lexus. I'm sticking with Lexus.
Oh, why not?
They're not going to, like, if they tell you, hi, I'm James Bond and I'm sponsored by Lexus now. You're not going to just, now I don't want the car. Like, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
If you think it's cool because James Bond drives a Lexus, then you're going to buy a Lexus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
We're sponsored by Lexus.
Lexus and Bang. Hit us up, guys. Come on. Yeah. We'll sell like a couple of drinks.
You guys really should reach out to us because I thought you were the fucking James Bond car.
Right?
Yeah. So, like, you're welcome.
Right?
God damn it. Yeah, I don't care very much about advertising either way because, like, if I want something, I feel like I'm just going to buy it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have no opinion on the subject.
I mean,
that makes sense.
No, not really. It's
yeah. Well, I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I do. Because I always wondered about that watching movies because, like, what was it? Fucking Wayne's World? Where they were like, they did the
hilarious
whole
section
skit of just the ridiculous over the top sponsors. If movies were doing it like that, then they should tell us. Where he picks up the fucking Doritos or whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, and I just don't think we could ever stoop to that level.
Yeah, and he just pauses and holds it up to the camera.
It was so good.
Like, that's ridiculous. And I also think, isn't it kind of just understood that there's going to be product placement in movies?
Kind of.
Like we expect it at this point.
But not always, you know? I don't know. It's just like one of those things, like, if you're watching some fucking movie and they go to Disneyland and you have kids or something like that and they see Disneyland, they're like going to bug the shit out of you to go to Disneyland, and that's going to sell tickets.
Don't have kids.
That's not
that.
Reasonable option.
I think it is.
No, it's not.
I think that's the most reasonable option, actually, Aaron.
It's the most reasonable option. Just don't have kids, then you won't have to get bugged to go to fucking
obviously
Disneyland.
I'm just saying that
then you could just go on your
situations
own
and things like that anyway, that could lead to very obvious.
I mean, they do it in everything, though. Like at the end of the Super Bowl, the MVP looks into the camera and says, "I'm going to Disneyland or World or whatever the fuck, Disney."
Right,
going to Disney.
I'm going to Disney Town, USA.
Do they really?
Yeah, they've done it for years. Because Disney,
like
pays
every
for that.
year, you have to be like, "I'm the MVP and I'm going to Disneyland."
So you don't say I'm the MVP.
Doesn't that feel somewhat like a promotion though? Like
it is a promotion. But who gives a shit?
In a paid promotion where like some kid's definitely watching the Super Bowl, and he goes, "Hey, I'm going to Disneyland with all my fucking money."
It's not like they don't already know what Disneyland is and want to go there anyways.
Every little my money.
My money.
Every little snot-nosed kid running around knows about Disney and wants to go there.
Yeah, but I mean, something being re-brought to your attention is definitely going to make it more viable for you to consider actually doing it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows that Disneyland's a thing, but when you see an ad or you get to see Disneyland on TV or something like that, it's going to be like, oh yeah, fucking Disneyland.
I mean, I guess I'm not bothered by it at all. Because, yeah, Tom Brady did it this year.
Of course he did.
And Gronkowski.
Gronk!
Bomb Brady.
Yeah. You have to sign a contract when you play in the Super Bowl.
That says you're going to say that if I get the MVP.
If you're the MVP, yeah, you're going to say, I'm going to Disneyland World. Disney.
Do you actually have to go?
Disney Town, USA. I don't think you have to go. They just want you to say it.
They, I think, give you a trip, though.
Oh, you're like, hey, you can go if you want, but you have to say it.
Yeah, you just say it. I don't think fucking Gronkowski's going to Disneyland.
Does he have kids?
But I mean,
no.
Gronk.
He's a fucking 32-year-old man-child. He doesn't have children.
That's what I want to be.
That's what you are, basically. Yeah. You're just not 32 yet.
You're a year off, buddy. Not even that. Months away.
God damn it. I just realized all these things.
It is kind of funny, though. Sorry, Dalton just said it would be funny to see Gronk screaming down Splash Mountain, which it would be a lot of fun to watch. But, yeah, it doesn't bother me. It is funny to see them, though. Like, you guys just won the Super Bowl. What are you doing next? We're going to Disneyland. Two grown men in football pads, like right off the field.
Right.
It's like, yeah, sure. That's what they're doing next.
I kind of want like a supercut of all the times.
I bet there is one.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Because there's always gonna be that one guy that's like, yeah, we're going to Disneyland.
Yeah, okay. No, dude, they get paid a lot of money to do that.
I'm going to wait.
Yes,
check my bank account real quick. Yeah. I'm going to Disneyland.
Did the check clear? It cleared? All right, I'm going to Disneyland.
I fucking love Disneyland.
And there's funny stories too of like Super Bowls that were really close. And so like the one guy that was leading at the time that would be the MVP, the Disneyland people are talking to him and getting him ready. Like, okay, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to film it, blah, blah, blah. And then like the score changes and the other team takes the lead with like 20 seconds left and they just all leave him and go to the other sideline. And they're like, okay, you get ready to do this because you're probably going to be the MVP. There was a story that came out about Kurt Warner. They did that because he was leading in the Super Bowl. He would have been the MVP. He's like, yeah, they were already talking to me about all of it. And then they drive down and score and we lose. They all leave. And
that's hilarious and shitty, but hilarious.
Yeah. That is stupid funny.
He was like, I was getting ready to go to Disneyland.
I was gonna go too, man.
Pretty fucking funny.
I was actually gonna do it.
Yeah, he would have. He has kids.
He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy me a ticket to Disneyland.
He doesn't have to buy it.
Yeah. That's very true.
Well, he didn't get the MVP. If he didn't get the MVP, he has to buy it.
Oh, well, yeah. He didn't win, so now if he wants to go to Disney, he has to buy his ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he can afford it, though.
Yeah, probably.
Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah, definitely.
That guy's a hell of a story, though. You guys know anything about Kurt Warner?
I know very little to nothing.
He was the quarterback
more like nothing
that won the Super Bowl with the Rams.
I knew I recognized that name.
Did he get rammed?
No.
He maybe he
has his own choices.
He had to go through, I think, the Arena League, the Canadian Football League.
That's lame.
Like nobody wanted him. He was kind of average,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was bagging groceries at a Smith's or something like that.
Anytime, because everyone knows what football players look like. They always look the same, just massive.
Yeah,
and they just see that massive dude just sitting there bagging groceries.
Yeah, he was bagging groceries at like a Smith's or something.
For some reason, I just still picture him in football gear, though.
Yeah, helmet on and
pads and everything.
Yeah, and then he got called up to be a backup, and then the starting quarterback fucking broke his leg off, and he took over and never looked back. Now he's in the Hall of Fame. It's a hell of a story.
It is a story.
It's crazy, but it is pretty funny to have a guy that big just fucking milk.
Don't worry, the bread's in its own bag.
Don't worry. Here's your eggs. I don't want you to break them.
Did you guys know in Canada they have their milk in bags?
You can get bagged milk, yes.
I knew bagged milk was a thing. I didn't know that was is that the only way it comes in Canada?
You can get it normally, too.
I assume so.
I think that you can buy a carton that you put the bag in, but you have to put the bag in it. Like, it just comes in bags.
So you're saying there's a carton, a normal carton with a bag in it?
No. This is just a carton that you can stuff your bag in.
You have to
So
buy
it's like an add-on.
I'm confused. I am solidly confused.
It's a bag on, if you will. Why, camera? Why?
I don't believe him. I don't think that's a thing.
My camera just keeps randomly shutting off, and I don't get it.
That is so...
Maybe because it doesn't love you anymore.
Maybe because you're lying about Canada milk.
You fucking milk liar.
What did you do to him, Aaron, ever since he came back from visiting your house? My camera's been pissy. Did you touch him?
Did you touch him?
Fuck you.
I want to know more about this Canada milk situation. Am I the only one amazed by this?
I am not. I'm not amazed because I've seen. I have a couple of Canadian YouTubers that I like, and they.
No, I mean, is that the only way you can get milk in Canada?
I'm pretty sure.
I am going to be.
And then you have to buy your own carton?
That's how. Okay, we're gonna do it this way because it's clearly going to be the most entertaining way to do this.
We gotta figure this out. I'm captivated right now.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna Google search it real quick. How does Canada drink their milk? We're going to start with that.
Such a dumb show. Travis, I got to thank you for that, though.
All right, the first thing that comes up is from a website called Eater. Eater.
All right.
Eater.
Eater, I hardly know her.
God damn it. Why do Canadians buy milk in bags? Okay. The concept might seem odd to those who didn't grow up drinking bagged milk, but roughly half the Canadian milk consumers, the milk bladder is the way of life.
The milk bladder.
So only half.
So you don't have to get it in the milk bladder.
You do not have to get the bladder of milk that you would fill your bladder.
Is that how you ask for it? Yeah, can I get 2 bladders of milk?
Can I get a bladder of milk? Dang it. It's estimated that 75 to 85% of Ontario residents purchase their milk in a pouch. But Canadians aren't the only dairy drinkers reaping sack milk.
Reaping sack milk.
Reaping sack milk.
They're just going for all the different words in there, aren't they?
Yeah. This guy's killing it. I hope he got a raise after this.
Hey, you remember that milk bag article? Fucking brilliant, buddy. Fucking
He
brilliant.
wins a fucking Pulitzer for milk bag article.
The average American in the United States drank about 17 gallons of milk last year. That's it?
Wait, what?
I would have thought it would have been more than that for some reason, just because of like cereal and shit.
Sorry, I'm grossed out by milk.
I'm not a big fan either.
I can't do milk.
Really, you're grossed out.
And
by
whether
it? I
whole
wouldn't
skim,
thought that.
2%, or even chocolate, chances are that milk came in a plastic jug or a paper carton. Go ahead. I just
Sorry,
wanted to finish my
Travis
sentence.
was saying a thing about milk. Do you drink milk?
Not like straight, usually.
It's so gross to me now. I used
I
to
don't like it at all.
I grew up drinking it, like probably all of us
Everyone did, yeah.
But my God, once I stopped drinking it, like if I have a sip of regular milk now,
It all tastes sour.
yeah, I just want to puke. It's fucking gross.
Do you guys
I don't know
just
why.
buy
It
bad
all
milk?
tastes like
Do you
spoiled
guys-
milk.
No.
Dude, it was Anderson. It's the good shit.
Right. Quality shit.
Yes.
Anderson.
That's that good.
I got that good milk.
My God.
This shit's pure.
Now, so Anderson's chocolate milk still tastes bomb, just so you know.
Well, yeah, if you put other things in it to mask the milk taste.
I guess that's true.
I don't know why,
haven't
it's
really
just
had a
gross.
glass of milk in a long time.
Neither have I.
It's been probably like 3 years now, but I had one at my mom's because for some reason she still only drinks milk. Well, and wine, but wine and milk, good
Together.
combination. But
That
in the
seems
same
like a
cup.
terrible combination.
I was there and she just like, you want a drink? I was like, yeah, whatever. She gave me a fucking glass of milk. I was like, oh no. Took a drink. I'm like, this is not good.
Not good.
I'm not a fan of this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's weird to me. But anyways, what do they do with their milk now?
So we'll continue.
Get to the fucking carton where they have to buy it because I don't believe that's a thing.
Okay. But hop over the border to Canada when the story is very different. In certain regions, mainly in the country's eastern half, customers favor milk sold in floppy plastic pouches.
This guy's going for it.
He's great. And then, that's all the thing that I read already. Canadians aren't the only drinkers repping sacked milk.
Sack.
People in India, China, Israel, Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Colombia, Uruguay, Argentina, Hungary, South Africa, and even some parts of the U.S. drink milk in bags, which some argue is more economical and environmentally friendly packaging style. More environmentally friendly than like a cardboard box,
I guess.
I think it's easier.
How is it more environmentally friendly?
I feel like it's easier to recycle cardboard than it is plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. So why in some countries adopt the milk pouch and others did not? And how do those pouches work anyway?
I love that there's a full fucking article about this.
Hold on, I'm going to check how long this article
we
is.
can't do the whole thing if it's too long.
It's a big one.
Okay, just
It's a
you
fucking.
might have to sum this one up real quick.
All right, hold on. Where in the U.S. can I find milk in a bag? We're going for this one.
At Sprites.
Midwest Sprites?
Sprouts?
Sprouts?
I think it's Sprouts.
Oh, the
It's like a Whole Foods kind of thing. There he goes.
Yep.
He just rode off.
I'm gonna go get it. Guys, I'll be back.
Wait, Sprouts?
I'm getting my motorcycle. Oh god. Midwest convenience store chain Quick Trip with a K is known for its individual half-gallon milk pouches sold at hundreds of locations across Wisconsin and Minnesota, as well as Iowa.
That's basically Canada.
That's basically Canada. In Iowa, where it's called Quick Star. Well, I guess we can't. Being over here in the Western continent, we're not going to have much.
We don't want no
options.
stupid milk bags.
We don't need no sack of milk.
We got a carton and a jug. That's all we need.
I don't need no fucking sack.
I wonder
Keep
if
your
the
milk
sack
sack.
that it's in matters. You know, like how we drink, like soda out of glass bottles taste better.
So you
get
want a dark sack to protect it from the UV?
Yeah. You know, the brown sacks are better than the white sacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird tap dancing on that line, buddy.
I don't think it's that bad on this one.
I think it's pretty bad.
Nah, I don't think so. All right, hold on. There's one section on here that's actually we have go back more quickly. No. Is a milk pouch more environmentally friendly? Milk bags are maybe greener. Yeah. It rides the line. Fuck
it doesn't
that.
seem like it would be any different.
It really doesn't. There's actually a video on how it just says how to use milk bags and the benefits. And it's showing a bag on a table just sitting there on its side, right? Just bag of milk. And then there's a kid with a very sharp looking straw looking like he's going to stab the fucking thing.
Just drink it right out the sack.
I'm going to drink this sack, boy.
The only thing I can think is maybe it's cheaper to ship.
Maybe.
Because it conforms to the box.
Yeah. You can fit
you can
more,
fit more in there.
But I mean,
yeah.
In the same vein, though, like if you have perfectly shaped, like old school cartons, like they're going to be really thin
I think
also.
it still takes up more volume, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Because like a lot of our stuff at Carl's, like the liquid egg and shit, they're in bags. Shit like that. Are you okay?
Yeah, liquid egg. Don't like that.
Not a fan of the liquid egg, huh?
No, because I don't feel like it's completely egg.
It's probably not.
It's more liquid than egg.
75% liquid.
I tried that the other day at my work, and it's not that good.
What? Liquid egg?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not great.
No, it's not great.
I for a little bit there, I was doing egg whites out of a carton, and it was like so watery in comparison to like actual egg whites. And I was like, what else is in here? And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
That's crazy, though. The craziest thing about it is that Travis was right.
Yeah.
Travis was right about Canadian milk bags.
Canadian milk bags. I knew that it was a thing. I just didn't know how like prevalent it was.
That's hilarious.
Blame
but he
Canada.
was wrong that that's not the only way you can get it in Canada.
Also, we never confirmed the bag. The carton for your bag.
Like, that wasn't in the article.
Some people talk about that. I don't know where, but
he's like, shut up, I've heard things.
I'll have to research more.
My girlfriend in Canada, she told me.
No,
I'm a side piece.
We're not supposed to talk about her.
Oh, sorry. Your Canadian girlfriends are off limit.
Danger zone.
I don't know why that captivated me so much, but I'm so amazed with Canadian milk bags.
At least we know what the title of this episode's going to be.
Canadian
I know
milk
why.
Canadian milk bags.
Should be.
We should do like the. We should do like
your heritage.
What did you say?
It's your heritage.
Oh.
That's why you're interested.
I guess my dad never told me about Canadian milk bags.
We should start a naming convention, whereas we always talk about like we grab two random things from our so we could title the episode like that: Canadian milk bags and Omega watches. That'd be the title of the episode.
Omega watches.
I'm very upset with my camera right now.
Well, tell it to stop that.
Like it doesn't stop recording; just the camera turns off.
Can you hold on to your anger till we're done with the show?
No, I'm angry at it.
Now, is the camera actually turning off, or is it just turning off the screen to save power?
No, it's going bip bit doop. You know the I'm off now noise.
Bip bit doop.
I'm off now.
Bip bit doop.
Okay, do you need a second to figure out what the fuck's going on, or what?
Travis
No, it's
exists
still
in a
recording.
world of extra seconds. Huh?
It's still recording. It just my screen's gonna be black like every 10 seconds.
That sucks.
That does suck.
So anyway, Canadian milk bags.
Canadian milk bags.
Nobody's got anything else.
No, I mean, we
You're the
kind of
one
drove
that-
that conversation right into the ground.
Yeah, you're the one with the things to talk about this week.
Me?
No,
I've
Cody.
exhausted my things.
Cody's
What?
got the
Am I?
thing. Yeah, remember the CTE?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, god damn it! I fucking, you guys just reminded me. I'm sorry.
Now get
So-
angry and talk about things.
I don't know if I'm gonna get angry again,
You're
but
supposed to. That's what makes this entertaining is when you get mad.
you guys aren't gonna know who the fuck these people are. But what happened? You
Nothing.
okay?
Yeah.
You look like you lost something.
No, I just wanted to. You have 13% battery life, and I want to make sure that I could get you there.
You guys might know that I have CTE. I probably talked about it at one point or another.
Maybe, yeah.
He got it from his Canadian milk bag. His bladder's off.
Too many milk bladders to the head, you know?
Too many of them milk bladders.
You take too many milk bladders, you get CTE.
That's how it works.
Oh, that's fucked up. Anyways.
Might know.
You might know. I don't know if we've addressed this or not. But so there were some football players that actually have like pretty big platforms. They have big like radio shows, national shows.
That makes sense. Michael Strahan.
It's not Michael Strahan.
It's only Michael Strahan.
No, it's
just him.
No, if I could just say his name, it wouldn't be Michael Strahan.
But then I'd hear in subtext, Michael Strahan.
It's Mark Schlereth.
Michael Strahan.
No, Mark Schlereth.
That sounds like a Michael Strahan.
Well, he's a big chubby white dude, so he's not Michael Strahan. He was a hell of a player. He won 3 Super Bowls, offensive lineman for like 13, 14 years, something like that.
Nice.
Hell of a player. A smart guy, like really interesting. I listened to a show all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was making the rounds on shows, and it was at the same time that Brett Favre has announced that he's investing. Brett Favre? He's investing a bunch of money into this company that's like, I guess, close to a cure for CTE.
Really?
I guess. Right now, they've got this preventative measure thing that you can do like after you get a concussion to kind of stop the proteins from forming in your brain.
Not the protein.
So is it actually preventative though, or is it just like?
Oh, they're working on it. I think they're seeing good results.
Well, I guess what I meant actually was, is it actually a cure, or is it just like, like prevent for everyone else, and then if you actually have it, then you're kind of boned?
Yeah, right now it's just preventative, but they're working on trying to figure out a cure for it. Because I think that's how most of these things start, right? You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, polio vaccine and whatnot.
So like you prevent it, and then they're going to go from there. But the news that day was Brett Favre investing all this money, because Brett Favre did an interview saying that he thinks he played too long, and he's starting to feel the effects of CTE and all this. So then the natural thing is to ask other players that played a long time how they feel about it. And they were actually asking, like, are you investing anything? Have you talked to Brett? You play at the same time? And this guy chose to take that news and spread it all over the place that CTE is not real. And that he thinks actually the symptoms of CTE is just people making it up.
Of course he does.
Because he said the reason they're doing it is these players identified as football players. So when their football career was over, they like lost their sense of self. And they went
lost
into like
their
a depression.
Identity.
Yeah.
Like, I understand where that guy is coming from, even though he's wrong.
Yeah. Well, and his big argument was some of the best people he knows, the best dudes he knows, played in the NFL for 10 plus years.
Okay.
And they're fine. They have none of the symptoms. And it's because they didn't identify as football players. They have other things in their life. It's just silly. That argument is like, when people tell you that cigarettes cause cancer, and you're like, well, my grandpa smokes and he's 98.
Yeah, he smoked for fucking 50 years and he never got cancer. Clearly that's not true.
It's like, just because you're lucky enough and your friends were lucky enough that they're not, dealing with the symptoms doesn't mean that other people are making it up.
Right.
And like maybe his friends are dealing with it and he just doesn't know how they feel kind of at home.
Maybe they don't want to talk to him because they think that it's fucking fake.
He's like, nobody ever told me about symptoms. Yeah, because
they're like, yeah, don't tell that guy. He's a fucking asshole.
You guys hear what Mark said? Don't tell him about our CTE. It's just, isn't that kind of fucked up, Travis? Aaron's gone for a second, so I'm gonna talk directly to you.
No, that's way fucked up. That's like, somebody's going through depression and stuff like that and being like, that's not real, right?
Yeah, it's just to use the fact that a lot of people that have been in the situation and they don't have the symptoms, so that automatically means that it's not a thing. That's not how that works. It's not how science works.
No, but people have such a hard time in believing in things that aren't right in front of them, if that makes sense. And I don't know why.
Well,
But
a lot of people are saying that.
I kind of wanted to go back to the testing the protein thing. So how are they going to do that?
What do you mean?
Are they going to get all right, we hired this guy. His name's Jerry. We're going to punch him in the face. And if he doesn't get CTE, it works.
No, they're doing this thing. Like if you suffered a concussion within like 5 minutes or whatever, they have this nasal spray thing that's supposed to stop the brain from doing whatever concussion thingies happen to the brain.
Whoa.
It's a real company. It's not like some fantasy land thing.
Because you said like
that
preventative
crazy.
measures and stuff like that. And I'm like, the preventative measure is not to get whacked in the head. How the hell are you going to like...
Yeah.
But then like, how do you test if that worked or not? It'd just be like, okay, we're going to take this guy and beat the shit out of him if he doesn't get CTE.
Well, I mean, you can go off of percentages. If this many people play football and get hit about this much, this many % of them get CTE. And then if you do it to a sample size of, say, like 10 people, and, 3 of them are supposed to get CTE, and and you use that preventative measure on all of them, and over that course, none of them get CTE or even one, then you have some coincidental evidence that this is probably some useful preventative measure.
Well, and the hardest thing about it right now is they don't have a way to diagnose CTE still.
Right, while they're alive.
There is no way, yeah. And you got to cut open your brain, and then, there it was.
They can
That's why he was so sad.
They can see it afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in your brain. All those proteins build up and start eating at your brain.
That's insane. And they can't see that on like a CT stronger or anything like that.
Protein.
Fucking Aaron, god damn it. Fucking what, Travis?
And they can't see that on like a CT or anything like that. Or CT, god damn it. On a CAT scan or anything like that.
No, it's on the inside of the brain, the spot that they can't see until they cut you open. The only thing they've had, well, not even really like a lot of success with, is they think that they can do a what's it called, a spinal tap or whatever.
Oh yeah,
draw spinal fluid, and they can sometimes identify the protein in there. But again, that's not always. You're not always going to see it in there,
right?
So
maybe it's because these guys are hella buff.
foolproof.
It's not hitting your head at all. It's just all the protein they eat.
I kind of already made that joke.
Yeah, he just made that joke.
Oh, damn it, Aaron.
Travis doesn't listen to people.
No, he doesn't.
It's just the thing that upsets me is like, if you don't know it. Let me start over. If he doesn't feel like CTE is like the main cause of these guys' issues, then he can express that.
Yeah.
And he can say that we need to help former players adjust to normal life, blah, 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 all this stuff. You shouldn't just disregard CTE as fake and tell people that their symptoms are not real, because that is a dangerous precedent to set.
Yes.
Because that's what happened in the beginning of this with guys like Junior Seau. I think he was the first football player that was diagnosed with it. Because he was dealing with all these symptoms and he didn't know what it was. We didn't know what CTE was.
Right. There wasn't a word for it back then, right?
Yeah, no, there wasn't anything.
No.
It was, punchy, that kind of shit.
Right.
Like, nobody knew what it was. And everybody that knew him said that, yeah, his demeanor changed. He went from this happy, nice, awesome guy to very angry all the time and sad. And then he got hooked on pills and shit to try to deal with that. And then one day he drove his truck off by himself and left a note that said, "Something's wrong with my brain. Please have it studied," and shot himself in the chest to save his brain. And it's like,
whoa,
guys
really?
like that. Yeah, that's what happened.
I remember this story.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, guys like that, it's really fucked up to then go and say that was all fake. And then when they studied his brain, guess what they found? Fucking CTE. Like, they found it. It was there. It's a real thing. So to say that Junior Seau and I hope that was actually his name, because a couple of the guys' names get kind of mixed up in my brain.
Right.
But to say that he was just not identifying as a football player, or he couldn't adjust to normal life because he wasn't a player anymore. That's fucking stupid, because he had, a wife and he had kids, he had a family. Like, and
as soon as we have like empirical evidence that says, hey, this person had this thing, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous to say that.
Yeah.
Well, and like if that was the case, wouldn't you see a lot of that in different things? Like, for example, musicians that their band breaks up or whatever, and they stop doing that.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could see that trend going across many different careers.
Right. Actors that don't get gigs anymore. Fucking...
and it wouldn't be specific to like, oh, these guys get hit in the head, so you see this with these guys. It would be just like, okay, this is a thing that happens.
And I never made it. So what the fuck? I didn't identify as an MMA fighter. I never made it.
I mean,
I didn't have to adjust back to normal life. Cool. What happened?
You fought at the Orleans. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was very cool. But I didn't have to adjust back to being a normal guy.
Right.
I already was. I just kept being a normal guy. Like, so that argument kind of goes out the window when it's like people that have done it at an amateur level and haven't made it at a big, success, making all the money and the fame, they're dealing with this too. It's not just the famous guys, but that's all anybody talks about is the famous guys.
Of course.
But this guy should be smart enough to know that there are people like me and college athletes and all these people that never really made it that are dealing with the same thing. All these kids that, like 24-year-olds that killed themselves because, they were having the early symptoms. Like, it's really fucked up to just be like, oh, well, they can't adjust. I adjusted just fine.
Right.
I just don't get it.
Stupid.
Basically, that's what you're saying is like they're bitches, basically. They can't adjust to normal life. I did it fine.
Right.
And you're going on all these national shows. You have your own national show and you're spreading all that shit. And it's getting to people that are younger and in college and playing football and doing all this. And then that's getting in their head. So when they start getting the symptoms, they're not going to worry about it or they're going to hide it.
Yeah, they're like, no,
and that's really
I'm
fucked
just being dumb. I'm just being dumb. What was I talking about?
That's what they've thought forever. God damn it. It's fucking... I don't know. It just really, really upset me. And then AQ Shipley went on. He just won a Super Bowl with the Bucks, and he went on all these shows, and they asked him about it, and he was even more blunt. Just, no, CT is not real. It's all bullshit. Cool. You're, still playing. You're 32 or some shit. Maybe you haven't had the symptoms yet. I hope you don't. But, like, what happens in 10 years when he starts having those symptoms?
Right.
Now
Maybe
is it real because it affects you?
Yep.
I wonder if people are just like so afraid of it that they're just like, nope, not real.
No, if they don't get directly affected by it, then it's not real. That's the very common statement from a lot of people.
They feel like people are attacking football. That's what a lot of it is they're defending football at this point because no, football's not causing this.
Right.
It's people that can't handle their shit. And I don't know why they feel that way because football's going to stay. Like, there's still going to be people that play. Like, you're okay.
It's not going to affect anything in the world of football except for, people
maybe
who
will be more careful.
Yeah.
That's all. Like,
and maybe like in like schools and whatnot, maybe we should be a little bit more like, hey, by the way, if you play football, there's a very real danger of this. So maybe take that into account before you start playing.
Well, a lot of good things have come out of it,
Well, there's
like,
not going to be
heads up football.
There's what football?
Heads up football. Like, because back in the day, you used to hit people with your fucking head. Like, you go in and you hit their head with your head, kind of shit. Now they teach heads up football. You tackle with your head up. You tackle with your shoulder. You wrap up with your arms. You keep your head out of it. You keep their head out of it. That's helped. That's reduced the number of concussions in games. Now there's the concussion protocol where if it looks like somebody might have had a concussion, it doesn't matter if he says he's okay. It doesn't matter anything. His ass goes to the medical tent. You check him out. And then if the doctors are like, yeah, he might have had a concussion, he doesn't play. So a lot of good things have come out of people, talking about CTE and these issues. And it feels like he's just trying to take a step backwards to go back to old school football, real football, when I played.
Man's football.
It's fucking Undertaker all over again. When men were men.
When men were men.
They kept knives.
Because they had knives.
In their suits.
You know, we were men. We had fucking concussions all the time. We didn't care.
Right.
We didn't remember that we did, actually. But
yeah, we had a concussion. We were like, what happened? Nothing.
And if you said something happened, you're fake. Not real.
You're a bitch.
And you know why
ain't
it's
tough
not
enough
real?
to play a
Nobody
man's
fucking
game.
remember
Right.
it. Nobody can remember it. Prove it.
That's like some of these players too. This one offensive lineman, they asked him like, how many concussions have you had? That's a popular thing to ask
He goes,
football
who are
players
you?
now. He said 0. Never had a concussion. And they're like, oh, wow, that's really impressive. He's like, yeah, never had a concussion. 5 minutes after that interview happened, there was clips on Twitter and shit. Really? You've never had a concussion? And there's a fucking clip of him in a game getting decked and knocked out cold on the ground, laying there for like 15 seconds until somebody has to go over, wake him up, pick him up, walk him off. Yeah, bitch, you had a concussion.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be a tough guy. I don't get it. Why are we going backwards?
Because we like being tough, big men that do the things with the knives and
Knives and drugs and concussions. I feel like we're going backwards at this point. It's because you have a lot of people coming forward, like Brett Favre, who is known as NFL tough guy, played for 82 years, like took all the hits. And now he's coming forward and saying, hey, I'm dealing with this. So what, Brett Favre's lying?
Yes.
Why? What does he have to gain?
Everything.
He's got
This
all
man.
the money.
Maybe Undertaker promised him a knife.
Right. They're all going to join the knife club.
Promised him a knife. Undertaker's probably got fucking CTE for days too.
Right.
That guy. Fucking used to take chair shots straight to the face.
He's like, I'm Kane. Undertaker. Oh.
I'm Kane. It's just fucked up. I'll get off my soapbox for a minute, but
No, it's true
so
because
upsetting.
like these in I think the like overall like there's a bigger problem here. It's not just this one issue, but science denying has become really popular again.
Yep.
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like to a level that's just incredible to me.
I don't think that's true. Our last president was so pro science.
Yeah.
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 I think he was a scientist.
Mhm.
Remember, people used to ask him, how do you know so much about science?
Right. And
He's like, I'm just born with it.
yeah. He knew all the words.
All the
Maybe
He's
science.
got the
born
best
with it.
words.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
He literally said that too. That was hilarious. Just have a natural gift for science. That's not how science works. You don't just wake up and know science.
No, but that's not true. Because his gifts were given to him by God.
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 Yeah, you're right though. Just the science denying is just insane.
Yeah, and it's become more and more prevalent in like general media and whatnot. I don't know if there's more people doing it. It's just the people who are doing it are getting louder.
Yeah.
I mean, that's legitimately like the biggest issue, though, is like the people who like scream the loudest have a tendency to be the dumbest. And they're perpetuating this stupid shit, and it just goes so much further than it ever should have.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's crazy because, like, Mark Schlereth, fuck you, Mark Schlereth. You won't see this, but fuck you. He's saying shit like, I'm just saying we should, test it in different ways and maybe explore the science better. Like, why are you telling people not to listen to the scientists, but then listen to you? You were a football player. You weren't a scientist.
he went to college.
He got skated through because he could play football. Those motherfuckers never attend class. He ran his face into people for 15 years. I'm not going to listen to him about science. And now he sells fucking green chili. Go fuck yourself. Piece of shit. Now I'm mad again. I wasn't mad, now I'm mad.
I mean, it's going to get you there, that's for sure.
It's stupid. These people that deny science, they want us to listen to them who know nothing about science.
Right.
And not listen to these people that have gone to school for 82 years and make very little money doing the jobs they do.
I know.
Like, they always say, oh, they want to get their name in the paper. They do it for the money. These guys don't make a lot of money.
They make very, very, very average paychecks.
They don't make a lot of money. Like,
even
especially
if they
in comparison to him.
Paper,
what happened?
I said, even if they do get their names in the paper, they're still not going to make any more money. It's like,
no.
Yeah, plus the papers that he's talking about are science papers
Yeah.
that fucking nobody reads except for other scientists.
Yeah, you don't make money from that. Like, that's not why they're doing it. And like you said, definitely not any money in comparison to fucking Mark Schlereth, who played in the NFL for 15 years or whatever it was, and now has a national sports show. You're making way more than these scientists that are trying to just help you. They're trying to help you and your friends.
Yeah.
they're dangerous.
But yeah, they're trying.
Them in there.
Yeah, Dalton says that you make nothing from publishing in a journal, literally $0.
Yeah, you don't make money from that. It's so weird that that's always the argument. Oh, they want money. Same thing happened with the COVID shit. Oh, they just want money.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to take my money.
It's like, you're an idiot. You're all idiots. Just listen to science. Science! Sorry. I had to.
Well, it's just, we do.
So, to sum it up, fuck Mark Schlereth.
Yeah.
I don't know who that
dumb
is. Still.
Square
Is that
head.
a football player, right?
That's literally been talking about him for 20 minutes.
Wait, my CD. It must be real.
That's the guy that said it's not real. Square-headed Mark Schlereth. He looks like a fucking blockhead from Gumby.
Oh,
That's why. That's why
I like
he
that
doesn't
reference.
Get CTE.
Thanks.
His head's in a box.
his head's in a box.
Yeah, I don't know if his head was square-shaped all the time, or if it just shaped that way after ramming his face into people for 15 years.
It's very possible.
Fucking moron.
All right. Well, Travis, do something about Bernie. He's cold.
I wonder if Bernie's got a knife.
I'm sure he's
knife?
got a knife or two.
Oh,
Hidden,
that man.
hidden probably in his gloves.
In his cute little mittens.
His cold little gloves.
That's the cutest picture of all time.
But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, like we've enjoyed doing it and such. And, do the likes and such, and do the subscribes and such, and do the ratings of the 5 stars and such. And then you go and you do the other things, and then watch the other videos and such.
Boy.
And then, we'll see you in the next ones and such. All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Fuck Mark
Okay,
Schlereth.
bye-bye.